So my friends and family, the first ever time we planted radish, they came out very nicely, and I learned that when the radish is ready to pull from the ground, you will see a little bit of the red part of it on top. So we saw some on a few of the plants, and we are gonna harvest some today, and we want to show you guys. So come on down. So right here, if you can show them, right here like this, from here to here, you can see that it is red, and these are the little radish. We're gonna pull this one and check it out and see how it look on the bottom. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I can't believe it. And Jessica loved these radish.
And some of the other ones to get big like that.
No, I think one more here need to pull. Look at
They're
this.
probably small.
Guys, Jessica loved this radish, and I like to add it to my salad because they have a nice little crunch, and it's very good for us. And if you leave them too long, they become woody. And if you pick them early like this, it's gonna be nice and flavorful and a little bit on the juicy side. So let's check this one here out. This is a good one. And let's check this one here. These are like 2 in 1. Oh my gosh. Just like this, I would pick them up in the store.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the ideal size for
this is it. This one is like too big, right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a little bit woody, right?
Should I pull this one too?
Go ahead, go for it. If it's small, doesn't matter. First time, oh nice, it's not bad.
So not bad. I'm gonna wash it. This one look ready too, but I'm gonna leave it for a little bit more, and I'm gonna add this to a salad. Look, there's another one here. This one, look.
Yeah, nice. It looks good.
Yep. I can't believe it, guys. The first ever time we planted radish, and look how beautiful they are. So what do you guys think about my harvest? I have 2, 4, 6 roots here, and a bundle like this, or with a few more. In the store usually sell like that with the leaves on the top, and they're so delicious and so crunchy. I have to wash them out before I try them, but look at this, guys. Beautiful, right? So I'm gonna try this to see the flavor of this one. Perfect, just like the ones we buy from the store. They have that nice, you know, there's like a sharp taste in it. Oh my God, I can't believe we grow radish from our own backyard. Look at that.
I can't believe we got a rabbit in the backyard.
You wanna taste it?
That's okay.
So good, guys. I just pulled a second batch of radishes, and I'm gonna go inside and start my pickling process. There is a butterfly in the garden, look. There's many different kinds every day. I saw about 3 different kinds so far for today. With the radishes that I pulled from my garden, I have a good portion here. I'm gonna add some carrots, some purple onion, and some hot pepper in a jar, and I'm gonna make some pickle with these radishes. I am so proud that I pulled these radishes from my own garden and that I'm able to make some pickles with them. I always pick these up from the store when I go there because I like the crunch, the flavor, and they're so good for us. And to add them in a pickle is really, really delicious on any of your dishes. So let's get down to it. This is going to be a really nice pickle. My family really enjoys it with their meal. There's going to be different flavor and different textures. Now that I've finished cutting up all my ingredients, I'm going to add my purple onion in the bottom. And we're going to layer this. I'm going to go in with some of the carrots. Just like that, and you can add anything you like to yours. And then I think I'm gonna add more carrots. So I'm adding some of my radishes now. in layers. And then we're gonna add some more of the onions. So carrots is going in again. And these are gonna have so much flavor for your pickle. This is how it's looking. Carrots, onion, my radish is in there, and the pepper on the top. I'm gonna go in and add my apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar or some lemon juice or lime juice, but I like to use apple cider vinegar for my pickling. So I'm gonna do half water, half vinegar. So I'm gonna add my apple cider vinegar, and this is a 1 cup measure I have here. I'm gonna go in and add some water. So you want to add enough liquid to cover everything in the bottle. I'm going to go in and add some black peppercorn. So salt is going in this colorful party. And you want to go in here and just mix in everything a little so that the salt can go down, the peppercorn can go down, and everything can mix in well. You cover this down. And the best result to enjoy this is about 2 to 3 days. So I'm gonna leave this and give you guys an update on how it's doing. Whenever I make this, the kids love to have it on their food. Jessica already asked me if I'm making this nice, delicious pickle. So this is gonna be ready soon, and I'm already drooling. So now that you guys see all the radishes that I pulled from the garden, I want to show you guys an update of the garden and what else I'm going to be harvesting today. As little as it looks, I am still getting something from the garden every day. A little bit of thyme, green onions, some oregano. Those are like everyday things that I harvest. But today I feel so happy that I had a big harvest with all those radishes. I was able to make some pickle, and now I'm going to be cutting up some green onions to either make some green seasoning or just to cut them up and freeze them for the days when I don't have any in the kitchen. So let me show you what the garden look like, and then we're going to be harvesting some green onions, some oregano, a little bit of thyme, and some poi bhaji. Let's go. So starting from this end, my husband usually water the garden in the morning and in the evening when it's really hot. So this is a pepper we have over here and some green onions. I have my pineapple here that we had maybe this summer, is 2 summer now. And we have here some more radishes. I don't think these ones are ready to pull yet. And these are my bitter melon or corilla. That's a little one I have here, and then this one here is running up high above the fence. It's almost at the top of the fence, a little bit more. And this flower was out today, but now in the evening it usually closes back. There is more flowers coming out, and I can't wait to see when there will be a little corilla on this vine. So right through here I noticed there's the same plant that burst out here. Maybe this was one of the seeds that fell. And there is more radish here. This is my okra plant. I see there is like more leaf from the beginning. And I noticed some chaurai bhaji in the garden. My husband just watered, so this one is hanging on one side. And these are my same plants. They took off as well. This one is right on top of this stick up here, ready to go down on this other part here, or maybe the other side. So this is looking good. Very soon I'm gonna be seeing some blossom on the plant. I noticed one leaf is broken here. And then these are my onion patch, another radish, and this is my onion patch over here as well. And right here is my beautiful squash vine. It took off as well, both of them, and they're looking beautiful. check out my bora, and these also took off, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be seeing some flowers soon, and right after flowers you usually get bora. So I have 2 vines here. I have one over in this big pot, and I have my married man poke. I was pulling grass and I found this and I replanted it, and I'm so excited for it. I have an onion in the back here. I have a pepper plant in the back there. Marguerite here. Check out my thyme, is looking lush and beautiful. And this is a pepper plant with a lot of blossom. This is another one here. Over here, all these are pepper. I usually make pepper sauce, achar, freeze some for the winter, and in here, believe it or not, I don't want to go too deep, there is already peppers in here, and I'm so excited. And then this is a radish, my strawberry plant. I have pepper here, green onions, dill, onion, so I have to get in there and pick out some of those shallow or green onion. This is a new rosemary plant that we have, and this is a strawberry, hot pepper. What is this doing here? And poi bhaji, green onion. See how much I have to cut out. And this is my oregano. Oregano has such a good flavor for any kind of meat dishes or even regular stews and curry that you may prepare in the kitchen. Onions, green onions, another set of green onions. This is my tomato. These are the poi in the pot, and they look nice. Some of them have more than 2 leaves now. Poi, and over here I have some onions, radish, and look at these guys here. I'm gonna also pick some of the big leaves. When you pick the leaves out, you give them room to grow more nice and flourish. The sun is right there, but it looks very healthy. And more radishes and onions. I have 2 tomato here. It looks very, very nice. All the leaves are green, and they look like if they're branching out nicely. And I have my cucumber here. So this is what the garden, and of course mint in galore, and I have some flowers here. So that's what the garden looked like. Let me cut up some green onions and show you guys what I'm getting right now. You guys see me harvesting? There's nothing that makes me happier in the summer than picking fresh stuff from the garden. So this is oregano, and it goes into my green seasoning or in most of my dishes. And this is some fine thyme. It smells, this plate here smells so good. And some poi bhaji, freshly picked. I'm gonna find a recipe to put this in so we can enjoy them nice and fresh. And what you can do with poi bhaji, you can cut them up and freeze them, and over the winter when you feel like eating some bhaji, I don't like how this one look, they have some whitish thing, so I'm not gonna take that one. But look how nice and broad this one is. So I'm gonna cut, as they're growing, I'm gonna cut them up and put them in my freezer, and you can add them to your dal, your cook up rice, your soup, you know, anything that you wish. You can make a meal with it. And check how much green onion I got.
You went to the market and sell here?
Yeah, this right here look like if I'm going to border market. This is like a lot of green onions. So I'm gonna keep some in my fridge to cook with fresh, and I'm gonna blend some up with the oregano and the thyme and leave it in my freezer to season my meat and do stuff like that. But nothing makes me happier to see this beauty right here. All fresh, organic, no chemical in my garden. And if I was able to plant all year long, that would have made me extra happy. So this is my harvest for today, guys. So with all this fresh ingredients, and I wash everything up nicely. Look at my poi bhaji, very nice and healthy. What would you make with these fresh ingredients that I have laid out here. So I'm gonna add a pepper and some onions, and I'm gonna make a nice kitchery. If I was more prepared, I would have soaked some peas overnight and cooked some cook-up, but that can come another day. But I'm gonna put together a nice kitchery with all these beautiful fresh ingredients and this poi bhaji. Let's get started, guys. So I just added my rice to a lot of split peas. I usually pre-cook the split peas before I add the rice, so I don't end up with some hard split peas in my kitchery. Some of the split peas cook faster than some. So now it's time for us to go in here and add our fresh ingredients. After adding onions, I'm adding some hot pepper, green onions, oregano, and look how beautiful all the fresh ingredients is looking in this pot. And fine thyme. Add some salt. And kitchery is such an easy dish to cook and yet delicious and rich in flavors. We're gonna give this a mix. See that beauty there? I'm gonna add some black pepper. I like to add a little pinch of turmeric into mine. It gives a beautiful color, and turmeric is so good for us. That combination with the black pepper is just a perfect combination. Mix this in. And we're gonna go in with our coconut milk. And how we looking there? Wow. So I'm gonna cover this down and let it cook on medium to low heat. I'm gonna be adding some more onions and fresh green onions halfway in the cooking, and we will add those poi bhaji when it's almost done. So the cook-up rice is looking good. Look at that. And I like to add a little bit of ground jeera into mine. It gives a nice nutty earthy flavor. And I will be adding my spinach soon. The rice needs a little bit more cooking time, but I like what I'm seeing so far. So I'm gonna cover it down and let it cook for maybe 8 to 10 more minutes before I go in and add the rest of the ingredients. So with all the green onions and this oregano and thyme, this is how much I have. I'm gonna blend these up and leave it in my freezer. That's the way I'm gonna be keeping some of these fresh ingredients for over the winter months. You can also dry the thyme and dry the oregano, and you can also cut them up in pieces and freeze them as well, but I'm gonna blend mine. Check out how my kitchery is doing. Still some more to go. I like when the rice grain is nice and soft, and I check for taste. The flavor is on point. I'm gonna go in and add some more onions right at this point here, and some more fresh green onions. I like when there is bold flavor in this kitchery. Along with that, we're gonna go in and add our poi bhaji. And poi bhaji is very rich in iron and calcium. They have a lot of health benefit in the spinach or bhaji. So what we want to do now is give it a mix. Cover it back and let everything marry in well. And we'll come back in 10 minutes again and check this out. And my friends, this is what fresh green seasoning from your backyard look like. So we like our khichdi nice and wet, and as you can see, it is done. The rice grain is nice and soft. My bhaji or spinach or poi is showing up, and I made some jerk chicken wings to go with this, just so the kids can have a sweet mouth thing to go on the side. So right here is my jerk chicken wings. I don't care too much for it. My mouth is drooling for that khichdi. So outside is still nice and bright, and I came to sit outside to enjoy my dinner. This is what my plate looked like. The khichdi is hot, 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 hot. Just came off the stove. With a piece of that spinach, that fresh poi bhaji flavor. Thank you, Lord, for this meal. Bless it and help it to be nutritious to my body. Sanctify it and cleanse it, and bless those who don't have. I wish if you guys can taste what I'm tasting. And with this pickle on my plate, with this goodness right here, oh la la, I'm gonna take a piece of onion and I'm gonna add it with a mouthful of my khichdi, and I have piece avocado. This is just deliciousness right here. I already have the flavor of pickle and the crunchiness from that onion. Is the perfect combination. I don't even need chicken because the avocado and the pickle will go nice for me. I want to thank you all so much for your love and your support. I hope you enjoy my first really big harvest for the summer. Hope your garden is doing well, and hope you are also reaping your fresh organic veggies and herbs. Take care. God bless. Love you guys. Bye for now.